Hola, hola, my believers in Christ. So today I want to talk to you about this word that has been settling in my spirit since Sunday, y'all. Because it was so revelational. Okay, so let's get straight into it because I don't even think 3 minutes is enough time. So Willie Moore Jr. came to my church on Sunday and he started out his word by talking about surrendering. How we as believers have to truly surrender our lives, submit our lives to God so that we can receive the blessings that He has for us. And although that was a great way to start and a great word, that was the part that I already did know. It's this second part that literally I boohoo cried the entire rest of the service when he got here. Y'all already know I'm a crier, okay? This is just, I cried yesterday when I was doing a study on this message that he just gave. Anyway, he was talking about healing versus mercy. And he explained it by talking about the lepers that were referenced in the book of Luke. So I believe in Luke 5, there was a leper who had come to Jesus and he asked for healing. And so Jesus reached his hand out and he touched the leper and the leprosy left his body immediately. But then in Luke 17, there were 10 lepers that came to Jesus and they didn't come like all the way up to him, but they kind of yelled out like, "Hey, Jesus, we need your mercy. We need, have mercy on us," is what they said. And in their case, Jesus told them to go show themselves to the priest. So it begs the question, why was there a different response? And Willie Moore Jr. basically explained that the 10 lepers and the one leper were asking for two different things. The first leper that was by himself was asking for healing. So I looked up the word healing. I defined the word healing. And healing means to be made whole, to be restored. So that first leper was just asking to be restored, to be fixed from leprosy. But those 10 lepers asked for mercy. So you look up mercy, and mercy means God's forgiveness. Now, to forgive means to put off completely. Now, the key part that I figured out in my own study is that when we ask for God's forgiveness, it says in His word that when we ask for God's forgiveness, that He is restoring us to righteousness, which we know righteousness means to be right in God's eyes, to be sin-free in God's eyes. So that second group of lepers, the 10 lepers, they weren't asking to just be made whole from their leprosy. They were asking for all of their sins to be forgiven, to be restored to righteousness. And y'all, sometimes that requires work. That requires a journey for you to go on. Hence, them being shown to go show themselves to the priest. And I'm sure en route to the priest is when they started looking at themselves like, does my hand look a little better to you? It does, don't it? Do my leg look a little better to you? And as their sins were being forgiven while they were on this journey, they were being restored to righteousness and therefore healed. So the biggest revelation that I had was that healing, when you ask God for healing, you are asking for a miracle. God, will you do this thing for me? And sometimes He grants it. Sometimes He's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and just do that for you because He loves you. But sometimes instead of asking for healing, you need to ask for mercy. You need to ask for God to send you on a journey that will cause your healing to be a byproduct of the journey. I couldn't think of the word byproduct. Because the closer that you get to righteousness, the closer that you are to being whole anyway. So Willie Moore Jr. forced me to have this revelation where there are instances that I was asking for, there are some things that I was asking for healing and I need to be seeking mercy. And as I continue to study the word, I've realized what the difference is between the two. Healing is a miracle. Mercy is a process. And the process will get you ultimately what you want. But part of the process is also to make sure that when you get this thing, you don't lose it. Because what's the point in getting restoration if you're just going to go back to where you were? So God might be sending you on a process so that He can give you better and that you can keep and maintain that better. I told y'all it wasn't going to be 3 minutes. But I know this word is for somebody that needed to know that it is not really God's healing that you seek, but his mercy. Pray for his mercy and his forgiveness so that you can have and keep whatever he's trying to get to you. All right, love y'all. See ya.